So if we want to really quick, I took a few more notes about I Know Who Killed Me.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Okay. So I have a couple more things I wanted to like chat out with you.
Sure.
So if you have not listened to I Know Who Killed Me, or if you haven't seen the movie, go on back an episode or two and go listen to that first. Because I feel like I had so much to say that my brain couldn't even function when I was telling you the first time. And then I went home and I was like, I left out all these things that I wanted to talk about. And then I also looked into more things. So anyway, I did want to say that I don't know if this goes for everybody, but I feel like I have a pretty good knack of knowing like who the killer is from the beginning of a movie.
There was one time, real quick, Catherine and I were watching a Japanese horror movie. Okay. I'm not sure if I've told you this before.
I don't know.
But
you haven't told them. So.
It's true. And the whole thing was about this girl who, she's a photography student, was struggling to find what it was that she wanted to photograph, like what her thing is, right? When she's walking past one day, somebody commits suicide by jumping off of a building and lands next to her. And she just, for some reason, takes a picture of it. Ooh. And then rest of the movie becomes obsessed with pictures of death, right?
Okay.
So she starts like going to the butchers and watching them like chop off chicken heads and stuff like that, you know, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And she goes to her library or her bookstore or whatever and goes to buy a couple of books that other photographers have taken of death and stuff. And she's being followed around by this classmate who's like really interested in what she's doing and everything. And the rest of the movie goes that someone starts sending her videotapes of them murdering girls because they know she's into that, right? And then oh my gosh, it had this one scene where her best friend got kidnapped. And this is the peak friend I strive to be to this day, okay? This girl is bound to a chair.
Right.
She's beaten. Yeah. She's bloody. She is hurt. She knows she is about to die. The whole time she's telling this motherfucking killer, you stay away from my friend.
Aww.
You stay away from her. I'll kill you if you come near her. Aww. And I'm like, big friend. Yeah. Like that's who I strive to be. And the whole time I was joking with Catherine saying it was the bookshop clerk.
Oh,
it was.
Wow.
It was the bookshop clerk. We were joking, but like it was, and
That's
he was
funny.
literally in there for like 2 seconds. He asked her if she wanted to sign up for their like rewards program and got her address from it.
Yeah.
And yep.
Nice.
So
yeah, I thought you were gonna say whoever was like following her around, being like, "Yes, let's take pictures."
No,
of
it was and the guy was just some dude. Like that's how he's just some classmate. Like
spoiler alert if you haven't. Wow, that word did not come out of my face. Spoiler alert if you have not listened to the previous podcast. Yes. But the music teacher, the piano teacher, is the killer. Yeah. And like as soon as I saw him on screen, I was like, "Oh,
it's him."
Obviously,
yeah,
it's him.
You got to make him.
Why you got to dress
possible.
like that?
Yeah, like you are the biggest sore thumb right now.
Yeah, and like the gaudy ring on his finger, I was like, we're gonna see that again. Yep. Okay, thank you. And like I think they were just trying to tie in or make it seem like they were tying in the artsy, like because they showed us his hands specifically, you know, playing the piano. But they also did that with her, so maybe it doesn't mean anything. Oh, yeah. But then she quit piano when he got upset and he left. So I'm like, is that when he killed her?
Yeah,
like we don't. Did Jennifer quit too? By the way, her name was Jennifer the whole time.
Was it?
Not Jessica.
Dang Poor it, Jennifer.
I know. Oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I just wanted to point out that like it was very obvious that he was the killer the whole time. And I feel like they were trying to make you believe that the gardener was the one who did it. Yeah. Because he got like
him and his scorpion
nipple
tattoo.
Gosh, yes. But yeah, that was just a major red herring. So I was like, why was he even there? Just to throw you off?
Yep.
Okay. Also, apparently, there is a 3.5-hour director's cut.
No.
Yeah.
Of what?
I don't know, but like maybe it helps.
More
like, does it explain shit that didn't get explained? Because there was a lot of holes.
That's what I feel like in so many movies. They cut out like the most important parts of it. Like I was watching Alien vs. Predators and I was just like, this is a fun-ish movie, you know, I don't understand why any of it's happening. And then I watched like the extended edition and I was like, oh,
like we don't really need a reason, right? Like people are gonna watch it anyway. So I mean, just cut that out.
I'll always sit there and watch some Predators kick some ass. Yeah. But like,
So I was like, would that be helpful, or would that just be like more plot holes? And actually, we'll talk about the alternate ending that they ending. I can't speak today. Alternate ending that they have. So in this alternate ending, the twins find each other. Okay, they come together And I guess it's maybe a happier ending. I didn't really see what all of it was. But it turns out that there was a third Lindsay Lohan.
No, there's fucking not.
There is. And her color is purple.
Oh my fuck.
And she's a writer. And all of this was a story. So none of it happened. So Purple Bitch was a writer writing about Aubrey being a writer. Writing about all of this garbage.
With Dakota.
Yeah.
And...
What?
Can you get more pretentious than that?
I don't know, but I kind of want to see it.
Yeah.
Kind of. Oh, also, I know we talked about how there were a few, like, Razzie Awards situation. I looked into it.
Okay.
There's more than a few.
Oh.
So it won.
Okay.
For Worst Picture.
Oh, good.
Worst Director.
Oh, wow.
Worst Actress being Lindsay.
Oh!
Worst Screenplay. Worst Screen Couple being Lindsay and Lindsay.
Yeah.
Worst Remake or Ripoff.
Okay. Was it a remake or ripoff
of Saw and Hostel?
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
And then it was also nominated for Worst Supporting Actress for the Mom, Worst Picture of the Decade, and Worst Actress of the Decade.
Oh, shit. I wonder what won.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a lot of shitty shit came out that year. A lot of shitty shit. 2007 was not a good year.
Isn't it 2007 when Disturbia came out? Or was that 2006?
No idea. Some high school is a blur.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know. I vaguely remember senior year. Beyond that,
Meh. Yeah, it's a lot of just like lunch tables. And Werber.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
I never had Werber, but yeah.
I mean, he would just existed everywhere.
I never had all the fun teachers that everybody else had. I had awesome Maxwell.
Maxwell's good.
Who traumatized me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's just how it goes. If your English teacher didn't traumatize you,
exactly,
did he do it right?
I guess no. I don't know. I just get so frustrated hearing the P word. Yeah. And one of my YouTubers I watch says the P word, but she says it so weirdly that it's even worse.
I feel like you have to tell them what it is because...
So, I guess I'm not going to get docked grade points anymore.
You're going to automatically fail.
Yeah, I'm going to automatically fail even though I've been out of high school for...
Oh, shut up.
A while. And the word we hate is plethora. Yep. And our English teacher said that it was a word that dumb people use to sound smart.
Yeah, it was overused and we couldn't use it in any of our writing.
Yeah,
it was an automatic fail.
Automatic to an F.
Job.
Yeah.
Fail?
No, you went to an F. You could get your grade back up, but it was automatically
for that
dropped.
assignment.
Yeah.
You got an F for that assignment.
But if you spoke it out loud in his class, you went to an F.
You're screwed.
Yeah. So there's just, anytime I hear a YouTuber using that word now, I cringe and I immediately think less of the person, right? But there's this one YouTuber I hear, she says plethora.
I've heard plethora too.
Yeah, I hate
that sounds
plethora.
Like a body part,
right? But plethora
that's
is
awful.
Like this weird leather. I don't like
it
at all. And she says it like that all the time. Ugh. And I'm just, ooh, I hate it.
Yeah. So just don't. Now all the comments are gonna be like plethora.
I know.
It's gonna be a plethora of comments if you know what I'm saying.
I hate it. Zach says it sometimes just to piss me off now.
Oh, rude.
So I know.
Yeah, Tony doesn't say it on purpose, but anytime it comes up in like a movie or something, he like looks at me. He's like, hey.
Yep, Zach will do the same thing if we hear it. I just like, heebie-jeebies travel through me and
drilled into us.
Yep.
I can't.
Yeah, you can't not. Like,
sorry.
Yep. To this day, I hate
part
it.
of my person now.
Yep.
Can't. Anyone who's listening who had him will know.
Yeah, you'll know.
Another thing that I learned, Lindsay, I think she did decently well in this movie. Like we talked about, she's not, some crazy, amazing actress. She's not a Meryl Streep or, a Daniel Day-Lewis.
I feel like she's way more of like a hokey kind of movie person. Like intentionally hokey. So like
it's passable. Yeah. It was fine. I found out she filmed this while she was in rehab.
Oh, wow.
So
really?
they would let her out during the day to go film, and then she went back every night and did rehab.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's kind of awesome for her. So, like, that's...
Yeah. I was like, okay, like, interesting that is something they let you do, but yeah. Cool. So, I gave her a little more credit for the acting that she did.
Well, good job,
that would
Lindsay.
suck.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the plot holes, and a couple of them I kind of already chatted with you about because I was so angry about them. But one of them is that I half paid attention to this the first time, and then the second time I was like, oh, Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. So when they're doing Jennifer's autopsy, there's like the voiceover saying like what happened to her. Mm-hmm. They say in the autopsy that the killer cut off individual digits before removing the entire hand.
How do you know that?
If the hand is gone, how do you know that?
How do you know that?
Unless there's like one finger missing from her other hand. Yeah. But they didn't say that. And so I'm like, I think they just wanted that
was her hand there?
I don't think so. But they didn't really show much. They just kind of pulled back the sheet over her face. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't think the pictures that Dakota looks at later, I think it's just like chopped off limbs. Because I'm like, because if they had the hand there and they had the fingers, like they could tell, like especially like if they had like just the hand, the stump without the fingers, you'd be like, well, yeah, I would assume that they removed the fingers first and then the hand and then like fuck, you know, like that's just fucking messed up. But like, I think they were just trying to make it make sense that like Dakota loses one finger, but that's another plot hole I wanted to talk about because Dakota's like, she lost her middle finger first and so did I, right? Mm-hmm. But in the movie, we see Aubrey's entire hand being frozen on the table. So why would only one have frostbite and fall off?
I don't know.
Unless it's him cutting off the middle finger and she didn't get frostbite, but her finger immediately dies? I don't know.
Why would he go for the middle finger? It's such an awkward finger to cut off. It really
is. Like, with his big glass blade. Yeah. I don't know.
That's so weird.
It doesn't make sense.
You'd have to do this, or you'd have like just... No, it would make more sense. One finger at a time while it's there. Like,
or just like chop off
or all of them. Yeah.
I don't know. So I was like, that doesn't make any sense at all. Like, why would you point that out on purpose?
I'm gonna murder people so much differently than this. Like, it's just...
My murder plan is way better than all of these. Okay. And then another one that I wanted to talk about, this one's that I already talked to you about. Mm-hmm. So there's the scene where Dakota leaves the strip club, right? And she goes to the bus stop and she sees Mr. Blue Gloves following her. Okay. And this was in the 18 days that he had Aubrey in his basement.
Right.
So did he leave her in the basement and leave town looking for new girls? And if he did, because like they make it seem, if she had to hitchhike to get to New Salem, that makes it seem like she's like pretty far away, right? So why is he leaving with someone in his basement when the police are after him? To find a new person. And if he was stalking her, why didn't he... And he was in the strip club. We see him in the strip club. And then he follows her to the bus stop. Why didn't he think, that looks exactly like the victim I have in my basement?
Yeah, I would have lost my fucking mind. I would have been like, holy shit,
that doesn't
how
track.
Did she get out? What is she doing here?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
How did she get her limbs back?
Yeah, like
I don't...
Also, why is it, like, how long does it take for, Aubrey to lose her limbs before Dakota loses them?
I think it's instant because she gets poked in the arm, like he stabbed her in the arm, and Dakota gets the same stab in the hospital.
But wasn't she getting all this nonsense chopped off before Dakota was like losing limbs?
No.
So
this was at the same time.
But this is like 18 days during
when she was captive. Yeah. But I think it was before. I don't know.
Because like when is he chopping off Audrey's limbs?
So did he also think he was stalking Aubrey at the strip club? But then...
I don't know.
What?
Because he would have already had Aubrey, right?
I don't know, because she hadn't lost anything, but maybe she was... I don't know. It's not clear.
It'd be so different if she just saw, like, little glimpses of him or something. Yeah. Because then you could totally be like, oh, that's Aubrey seeing him.
It's like a manifestation,
it's Dakota's, like, she thinks someone's behind her while she's, like, washing her hands in the bathroom and no one's there. Yeah. And, like, kind of a thing. Like, that would make more sense to me because they have the whole fucking mirror thing later on in the movie.
Yeah.
That, like...
That was my other note, too. Was it just Aubrey is seeing him, so she sees him?
Yeah.
But I don't know. And that's maybe why he, like, glitched when the car passed. He was, like, in a new spot.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Because otherwise that don't make no fucking sense.
I hate fucking artsy movies. Yeah. Because they're like, look at us, we're so smart. And I was like, okay... You're trying to be smart for a very niche population, okay? Yeah. And not everyone's gonna get it. This is why you got bad awards and shit, because
it's like the opposite of the blue curtain thing, where you know the author is like, and the curtains were blue, and the teacher is like, oh, that means depression and sadness, and everyone else is like, no, the curtains are blue. But this is the opposite. Like the curtains mean everything.
Yeah,
it's stupid.
That's so stupid.
Stupid.
That's so stupid.
So yeah, I don't know what the timeline is because. she's telling us about the past 2 weeks, which is the same timeline. That's longer than, or no, that's a shorter amount of time than he's had Aubrey.
Yeah.
Because he had her for 18 days.
Yeah.
So maybe it's delayed.
And how is Aubrey? Because Aubrey was writing about Dakota hitchhiking.
Yeah. She's a fortune teller.
So
apparently.
Yeah. Or was it that Dakota just constantly hitchhikes?
Maybe.
Like,
I guess. But she talked about her hitchhiking to find her twin.
Yeah.
So and that, she was in such a beat up shape that the driver kept going. And that's how Dakota was, because her leg was fucking cut.
Yeah.
And she was, limping. I don't know.
Okay.
Also, I figured that so her leg was never completely cut off. That happened in the hospital. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, okay, so did Aubrey not lose her entire leg?
Yeah, is that
Or when fucking Dakota got hers amputated, did her leg get cut off?
Oh, shit!
Yeah!
Oh, shit! And the killer's like...
I read another thing where someone was like, okay, so when Dakota banged Jared, can she feel that? She's just laying strapped to this bed, could they feel everything all the time?
Yeah, that's, because if that's the case, then
because there was the beach memory where they both start screaming over something.
Is it only pain? Can they only feel pain, or
only cuts, or when you get a zit, are you like, ow, my face? What? I don't know. What if you got your tonsils removed?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
They just fall out. Yeah. Oh shit. None of this makes sense.
No.
What is it?
You swallowed a tonsil and you're bleeding. Cool. If they cauterize one, does the other one get cauterized?
I don't know.
I don't understand fucking stigmatic twins bullshit.
I just can still imagine the killer just chopping up fingers and their leg just comes off and he's like, oh shit, I'm trying to put it back on. I was gonna do that. That was my job, damn it. This is my kidnapping. Oh gosh. So bad. Also, another thing I wanted to touch on, because I didn't explain it very well. Are you gonna be okay? I'm glad we touched back on all this. Me too. Sorry.
You're good.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so the other thing, Dakota loses her middle finger, right? Mm-hmm. And she keeps it. And later in the movie, between going home on the bus, and then, later she wakes up and her leg is cut, right? And between that, she tries to sew her finger back on.
Okay.
So there's a whole scene about that. She, duct tapes the nub to the table so that she can try to sew it back on with a needle. Yeah. And I left that out, so I apologize. But that explains why the doctors were talking about, or the detectives were talking about how her finger was sewn back on. Mm-hmm. And that was, not something that everybody else had,
okay.
The other victims. I don't know. I just wanted to throw that in
there. So she just, is she just walking around like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a screenshot. I don't think I have it on my phone, but it's, so obviously just, a fake hand.
Yeah.
Sticking out from the desk while she's, freaking out over it. It's pretty bad. It's terrible.
Okay. Like a fucking Muppet.
Yes. Yes. The other thing that I wanted to touch on that we have talked about is, does the killer not have the news?
Yeah.
Because, Aubrey was, they said that Aubrey was found and was kept in a hospital. So either A, you run to your fucking basement and you say, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Or B, you go, who the fuck is that? Because I have Aubrey. Why was that not an issue?
Yeah, why? You think that he would have been paid? Because I'm certain that he's still trying to live his average everyday life.
Teach piano students
somewhere. Yeah. So unless Audrey was his only one, and that's why he was pissed. He's like, "You took away my livelihood, bitch."
Maybe I guess, but that's why I don't know if Jennifer was also a student.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was kind of funny. I caught it afterward. Because I had to go back and watch it for all the screenshots. Mm-hmm. Next to her not wanted poster. No.
Her missing
persons poster was a piano lessons poster with the take a number at the bottom. I was like, but she had won all these medals and trophies and stuff too. Yeah. So why kill her?
Maybe he's just one of those obsessive.
Maybe he was making way for Lindsay. He was like, you get out of here, Jennifer. We don't need you.
We want her to be the new winner. And then she quit. And she's like, I want to be a writer.
Fuck you, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Torture you and then let you die. That's cool.
I still can't get over the stigmatic twin thing.
I know.
would her leg really just, like, fall off like that? Like,
I feel like, yes, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. So, like, and if only one finger was still dead by the time she got to the hospital, I feel like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because he was just, like, sawing away.
I don't know how long it takes to saw through a finger, but, like...
I don't either. With glass.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And... also, what I saw when I watched it again, at one point it shows his, like, tray of instruments, and there's, like, a pile of broken up blue glass. So I'm like, do you melt shit down and make new ones?
Yeah.
Are you the one who makes all of this?
What? He's just like, well, hey, glass maker, I've been, shopping and buying all these fucking glass bone saws I broke another one. Here you go.
Here,
like,
I melted it down for you
yeah,
so
like,
you can just, like, what?
Make it again. Like,
yeah, I don't know. It looked like a pile of blue meth.
To me, that seems like it would take far more time to do that than it would be to literally go buy a bone saw, which I guarantee you can cut through a femur in, like, 15 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
So, like...
oh, yeah.
It just...
you can bite through a finger.
Yeah,
so
faster than you could probably, like, cut through it with glass. Like, holy shit.
Right? One of the reviews I saw was like, have you heard of a kitchen knife?
Yeah, like, you just...
go down to Target, grab a knife set for, like, $20.
Yep.
Come on.
How does he have such a hard-on for blue glass?
I don't know.
That's...
blue everywhere.
Yeah.
Blue everything.
Okay. Is it because she wore blue that he was like, yeah, I'm gonna get
but
you?
But he had the blue glass rose on his window before that. I don't know. Don't fucking know.
Weird ass dude.
Yeah. Okay. Next one.
Okay.
So do you remember how we talked about after the football game, the streets were so crowded that someone could stab somebody and no one would even know who it was? How did he kidnap her in a fucking crowd of people when she is beelining it for her boyfriend? Even if he's not actually there and she thought it was someone else, or she thought it was him and it was someone else, crowded as hell. Yeah. Like the cars are like snailing down the street because there's so many people. And that's why this gardener guy is chugging a beer in his car. Maybe it was kind of like, I don't know, because I still feel like I would just start screaming. But like, it was like, I've got a knife, and if you're going to come with me, or kind of like, I would straight up just be like, yo, literally anyone standing next to me, will you punch this dude in the face? Like, witness. Yeah, and I guarantee you, a bunch of these big, like, guys that are at football games would not be afraid to go. Like, yeah! Like, they would fight. Yeah, they would take out this dude. He had to have drugged her. And like, I don't know. Like, that's the only way I could think of it. Like, drugged her. But how did you just like walk up behind someone and like slip a pill in their mouth, or like maybe he just like an injection or something? But that always takes like a couple of minutes, or like. It takes time to get through your whole blood system and stuff. Yeah. Like, it doesn't happen like they show it on TV shows and movies and shit where they just, like, stab you and you go down. I don't know. Maybe he, like, did that. Maybe he, like, stabbed her and then, like, kept going and shit and then, like, waited for her to, like, start stumbling. And fell down the sidewalk and no one did shit about it? Rude. Well, maybe people thought she was drunk. I guess, but still. Because there's a scene in Trick or Treat where one of the killers kills this lady in an alleyway and then leaves her dead body on the side of the road. But everyone thinks that it's Halloween and that she's drunk and, like, just it's all fake blood. So, like... what? I just don't understand. Like, who just doesn't also check or do something? Like, I would still be like, I'm gonna walk away, kind of, but, like, I'm gonna call the police. Yeah, like... but it's Halloween, and so people... But, like, this is, like, a football night. Like, it's not even Halloween. Like, I feel like there is the argument for, like, it's so crowded that nobody even noticed. Mm-hmm. But, like, also, come on. Yeah. Like, if I was walking down the strip in Vegas... and somebody grabbed a girl and was, like, dragging her to his car or something. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Why? Yep. It's dumb. I think that was actually it. Yeah. That was most of what I wanted to talk about. How would you do that? I don't know. I would say let's try that at the next, like, paint the town red. Right. But I don't want to get the cops called on me. No. So. But yeah, I feel like, I think it would have been maybe not a better movie. Well, I don't know. But an interesting take on it could have been that, like, maybe they were twins, whatever. Mm-hmm. And this is all happening. And then she... like, at first, she's like, I'm not Aubrey, what are you talking about? And then she acts like she gets Aubrey's memories back. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, yes, this life is way better than the life I had. Mm-hmm. I am Aubrey. Yeah. Like, and her trying to pull it off. Meanwhile, the other Aubrey is, like, dying. Yeah. That could have been good. But I'm sure they wanted to do the sisterly bond transcends all everything. Like... through the mirror of magic. While I bang your boyfriend. Yeah. Fuck that. For no reason. Just because. Just because I've been in the hospital for a while and like I needed some. So. I'm just a massive raging slut because I work at, like, I'm a stripper, don't you know? Yeah. So of course I have to bang every guy that comes my way. And Aubrey out loud said, I'm not just going to sleep with some random guy that I'm not in love with. Yeah. So now I have to. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It makes me mad. Yeah. So those were the things that I wanted to touch on. That's all. We love you. Love you. Have a great time.